You've got questions and we've got the answers. Today's episode is going to be all about Q&A. I think there's a list of like 8 or 9 questions, something like that. We're going to get through it all right now on the Biz Talk. Tracey, any question you have, I have answers for. I got answers. I'm the CEO of the company. I have got answers to everything. Ask me something. Go. Ask. Go.
Why is Greg the way he is?
Okay, maybe there's one question I can't answer. You got me.
I gotcha.
You got me. Okay, today's episode is a kind of a compilation of a bunch of questions that were not enough to do like a full episode, but still important and sort of quick. So we're going to run through the list and get to it. So question number 1, how do I keep my nail liquid clean throughout a service? So what I'm assuming is happening here is you're in a service and you're going liquid powder in your building, and then the monomer is getting dirty or cloudy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So how do we do this, Trace?
Typically, if that's happening, it's you have remaining product in your brush. So you're probably not using something like table towels or something that's actually pulling the gunk out of your brush. Or if you like use the tip of your brush to move product around, it's shoving product in, so that, to keep it clean, you need to make sure the brush is clean prior to putting it back in the dish.
So using the body to maneuver the acrylic, because I've seen little tips and tricks that you guys have done. You've shown if you use the tip to move the product around, it does get in there and shove in there. And then also the old, apply, wipe. Like when you guys are doing acrylic, something that all of you do is this constant like wiping. To the point of one time I told Tracey, okay, don't do any wiping because I want to show an example of what it's like to not wipe. And we're going to do a video, which actually did really well, this tip and trick. And she just subconsciously...
I think it was 20 takes.
Yeah, it was a bunch of takes.
I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, you kept wiping, right? Because it's so part of your your routine in doing nails, right? But having the proper table towel as well, right? So, yeah.
Paper towels do not pull what you need to pull. It keeps stuff in your brush, and then it makes this pile of gunk. Gunk for the word. Gunk. And we just keep on wiping our brush off in the gunk. And so you got to have something that has a good weave that actually grabs and pulls. Yeah,
this is a really good question. I think maybe we'll do a little TikTok video off of this. I think we can do a quick one. This is really good. I like it. And the solutions keeps your brush clean, keeps your liquid clean, keeps your brushes healthy, and also doesn't, like, by doing the brush wipe, right? You're also pulling a little monomer each time out of the brush so that you're not reflooding the acrylic so that it stays in that clay-like consistency, right?
And you save product because you're not contaminating your liquid and then going, okay, I have to get rid of that liquid and pour some more.
Yeah, really good. Question number 2, how much money should clients be putting down for a deposit on a service? What do you think here? Now I will say this: when I go get a haircut, I don't put a deposit down for a service, but if I don't cancel, my card's attached, and if I don't cancel within the specified approved time, they're going to charge my card. I think it's 50% of the service or 30%. I don't remember, but it's enough to where I'm not going to cancel.
That's the way I recommend doing it. And all of the service, not 30%.
Yeah, all the service.
Yeah, that's typically the places I've been to.
Makes sense, actually.
Actually charges the full amount if you do not cancel within a certain amount of time. Yeah. Now there's exceptions, right? You can stop that from happening. Like, oh my gosh, Habib has COVID and I don't want him here. Whether he has COVID or not, I don't want him here. And dude, I'm not charging you because you got COVID, so, you can stop that. But for the most part, and here's the thing, this is nothing new. It's just become more mainstream. I remember almost 20 years going to San Luis Obispo and going to get a pedicure. And this is the first time that I had ever had a company do it. And they're like, we need your credit card because if you don't cancel within 24 hours, we charge you the full amount. It was something like, but I did it. I'm like,
yeah,
here you
go.
I want to come here.
Yeah.
Now it's more common.
So instead of actually taking a physical, like, because that's kind of hard, right? That gets complicated with, I'm going to charge your card and then just take the credit card info. And then if they don't show, you charge it.
And you have to make that clear in your agreement and on the website and all that. But it's standard now. The copy's pretty much already there for you.
Love it. Yeah. That's good. Love that. Number 3, should I add press-ons as a service to my menu? Is that something, we've seen press-ons become popular and big and making customized sets. Is that something that somebody should add to their list of services?
Yes.
Why not?
100%,
right?
100%.
Yep.
If you're building clientele, definitely. And what I used them for, I wouldn't do them as a typical service. They were special occasion. So, back when I was doing it, though, it wasn't. It was like the half well tips we used. We didn't really have those full well now that were so nicely shaped that they do now. But yeah, I would add it. There's graduation parties, there's weddings, there's occasions that people just want temporary sets.
Right.
Now, if someone's coming into me and they're going to continue to come into me, I'm not going to do press-ons on them. I'm going to sculpt them and do it in the way that I can maintain.
Right. So what about for someone that, like, you get, maybe they're not going to be like a permanent client, but maybe every 3-4 months they come in because there's a special occasion and they love your work and they want to get these. Would you try to fit them in for that?
Yeah, if I had time.
If you have time.
So that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
If I have time, I would have those as an additional service. Eventually, those kind of things or clients are going to get pushed out because I want someone that I know is going to be showing up every 2 weeks.
Yeah, because that's what's going to build your business is an actual repeat client every 2 to 3 weeks that's getting extensions like acrylics, gels.
Yeah.
Like, that should be the meat of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally makes sense. This is a quick one. What is the difference between Swipe and ManiQ Cleanse?
There's no difference.
They're the same. No, there's a little difference.
There's different colors. No. There is a difference. So Swipe has acetone in it.
Correct. A little bit of acetone in it.
ManiQ Cleanse does not.
Yep. And why is that?
Because we use ManiQ Cleanse to cleanse for like a soft gel. Gel polish. And if you oversaturate something like that with Swipe, because it does have acetone in it, you can kind of break it down. So if you don't want to have to overthink it and you don't have to worry about how much am I putting on, just use ManiQ Cleanse and Swipe for hard gels and cleansing the nail plate.
Yeah. So basically, Swipe for everything except soft gels, aka gel polish.
Yeah.
Go on gel polish. I think you yourself, you can use Swipe for everything, right?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
But if somebody is like, if you go too hard, like you said, you can dull it out a little bit.
Dull it out and you can break it down a little bit.
Right.
So if it's sitting out and I'm doing it, a soft gel, a ManiQ top or something like that, I will grab the ManiQ Cleanse. But if I grab Swipe, I know, okay, I don't want to oversaturate this.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. This is a good one. Customer comes in, her nails are damaged.
Okay.
How do you deal with that? How do you repair it, fix it? Like, how do you go about this, Tracey?
Depends on the damage.
Yeah.
Are we talking about like Miss Patty got drunk and got her file out and decided to remove her own acrylics and went way too far. Kind of happens.
That happens.
Happens. Seen it.
Let's start with that.
Okay. So it depends how far Miss Patty went down. If it's a little damaged, it's like, okay, we're going to put something over the top, kind of creates like a Band-Aid, protect it. It's going to have to grow out. It's not a permanent damage to the nail. We can do that. If it's something else, like it's, damage in the fact that it's a fungal infection or, as a child, they've slammed their finger in the door and it's never grown back since, correct. those are, fungal infections need to be treated. Permanent, the slammed door 10 years ago, probably more permanent damage. We're not really going to be able to correct that.
I see. So first of all, you got to assess. You have to see what kind of damage is going on there. Yeah. What about, I just want to go back to the filing one, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, because that can even happen if somebody goes to a nail tech, and unfortunately, if the nail tech doesn't know what he or she is doing, and there's damage to the natural nail, you've seen that too, I'm sure. Like, how is that? Are you gonna you're gonna see how serious the damage is, and then you won't. Maybe you'll. How do you? I can't ask the question. If it's really serious. Are you going to wait before you go full extensions, or how do you get it back to normal?
Depends on the damage. If it's open sore, cut all the way through, I'm going to wait.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to wait. Now here's the thing. How do you repair damage? You don't repair it. It grows out. Time repairs it. Yeah. There's no magic solution that you're going to put on this nail and it repairs the nail. It's just, is it temporary damage or permanent damage?
Yeah. And kind of even if it's temporary, it's still going to take a little bit of time to heal, right?
Nails go, it seems like because when you get nails done, it's like, I need a fill already, but nails grow very slowly.
Yeah.
It's like 1/8 of an inch a month.
Yeah.
So it's not magically gonna repair itself. Now that's why, hopefully it's not so bad that we can't put something over it. It feels better that way. You don't have to look at it. You're not going to be hitting it all the time and it's, sore, or, damaging it any further. It kind of protects it.
Yeah.
But no magic solution.
Yeah.
It has to grow out.
Yeah. And you need to, if you're unsure, if you're not experienced, Tracey, and you're unsure and you see damage, would you just recommend it's better to just wait and let there be heal?
Let there be healing. When in doubt, don't touch.
Yeah.
Or
I
get
like
a second opinion.
Yeah, there you go.
What happens as nail techs is we feel all this pressure too. You got your client in front of you, or your new client, and they've came to this appointment, but I want nails. Well, it's an open wound, and if I put stuff on it, you can get an allergic reaction. I don't care. I want you to do it. But you're really damaged. There really shouldn't be. No, but I want you to do it. I'm telling you it's okay.
God,
and you got this pressure on you.
That's hard.
Yeah. And so your knee-jerk reaction is like, okay, I'll just do it. And then
something bad happens.
Yeah. They don't remember that whole insisting conversation.
Right.
I think I've given this example. It happened to one of the girls in my salon. And a young girl insisted that she put nails on even though there was signs of an allergic reaction. A couple days later, the father's on the phone screaming at this nail tech. She's a booth renter. I had nothing to do with it. But she's like, I can't handle this, Tracey. Can you please call me? Yeah. She's like, he's like, she's in the hospital. I'm like, they're going to have to pry this stuff off. I'm like, first of all, I don't recommend prying it. But second of all, you do realize that your daughter over 18 insisted that the nails on, and she was acknowledged that this was, that probably would not get
advised
better.
Advised
against.
Yeah.
And, I did not know that. And he never called again.
Yeah.
But people forget those conversations.
Of course they do. And again, if you're unsure, it's just best to just leave it. Like, why even? Yep. It's better to have the difficult conversation than to deal with the aftermath of what could potentially be a serious situation.
Really difficult conversation at that point.
Okay, and finally, last but not least, I can't do nail art, Tracey. My hands are shaky, and I would say this. I think there's more people that shake than not shake. I think it's a lot more rare to have super steady hands than to not. I don't shake as much as you do. Tracey shakes. We know this. But still, I don't have a total steady hand. No. So even for me, I'd be like, well, how do I do this? And Tracey's a great example because she crushes and cranks out nails like they're nothing, but she does have a shake. So
and some days it's worse than others, but there's always a shake there. And I personally don't like to do hand art, but it's not my shakes that prevent me from doing that.
Right. Right.
It's I don't have patience for it. It's that. So just because you shake, you learn to work with it. I call it blending or feathering in. You learn how to, balance your hand to have, so you don't shake so much. You learn how to breathe while you're doing it. So, as that moment, as you're trying to do a straight line, it turns out better. No matter what, I don't care if you don't shake, right? If you blow up someone's nail, the lines aren't straight.
Yeah.
Completely
right.
straight. So quit trying to be perfect. But shaking, it shouldn't. I really do shake horrible. And so if I can do it, I promise you can do it. You just have to learn more to work with it. And I think I said this a couple weeks ago on Twitch. I also feel like this is why I move faster.
Yeah.
Because the slower I move, the more I shake. So I just kind of whip through it instead of like trying to be careful.
Right.
The more I'm trying to be careful, the more I shake.
Yeah.
So you learn tricks.
And also, nail art is not all about like fine lines and that type of detail. Like, go into areas of strength, like learn color theory, learn how to do combinations of different colors. Abstract, like go back and watch the designs that Tracey does and Melissa does and Karen. A lot of that is abstract color blending, color matching, marbling.
It's not precise.
Right.
It's random. And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just because you shake, there's still so many other avenues that you can go. So you should not be upset about that. Well, if there's any other questions, put them in the comments below, guys, and we will actually answer them if you have more. And also, any ideas for future episodes, let us know in the comments below. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.